YouTubers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Show. Is what this is going to be. Um, gonna go ahead and accomplish one of the tasks that I was wanting to accomplish on my Horizon server. That you're more than well enough aware that currently no longer running it. We will one day get back to that to solve the goals relating to the rotary craft when enough of the bugs are taken out that a server based on it doesn't crash. So until then, what we're going to do now is we're going to create an ME system that uses no hard drives. That's going to be a lot not so easy considering that in the Direwolf 2164 pack version 1.0.12 we don't have Java barrels, we don't have massive crate systems or whatever, but we do have the chests, we do have the storage buses, and we do have the other types of barrels that Java barrels were based on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an ME system whereby all these chests essentially become our storage system. And for some reason in this world and all the other ones we've been visiting have a lot of diamonds, so all these babies are going to be upgraded. And if you don't remember how an ME storage system works, well, a storage bus is what I want to get at. The storage bus will, as far as the chest is concerned, it'll allow the inventory to remain in the chest but count it as part of the applied energetic system. It also means that when items come in the ME system, the storage bus works two ways. It pulls out and it puts in. So if the item already exists in the chest or inventory, it'll put it back in there. So if you had, say, 1 stone in there and you had 63 stone come in, then you would have a stack of stone. Of course, if you requested stone, then it would come out of there. If you request all the stone, then it'll just no longer accept stone until you have to manually put it back in. So the chest will become like a filter, so to speak. So it'll only store what it has a copy of basically what's already in it. So what we're going to do is go ahead and convert all of these into the storage system for the ME system. And we also discovered that although the controller says it doesn't say it runs off redstone flux, it says it runs off MJ, but we discovered that when we put it next to max redstone flux setup over there, that in fact did power up. So I'm gonna probably copy his system with the Steam Dynamo to power it. I guess since we fly around as bats, we don't need this ladder anymore, so I'll put the controller here, the hard drive chassis here, which we won't load up until after we accomplish our goal, and then commence to hooking up the storage buses to the back of these things, so when we're done, this building will actually be bigger, because right now it's too compact for what's about to happen to it. So now we're going to make at least one of these, but I think maybe 4 of these. I'm not sure how much their output is, but it looks like it's all based on copper, redstone, so this is going to be cheap for me. That'll be the only expensive thing, but we got this. So let's get those parts ready. So now we got to make some copper gears, which means I have to make wood gears, then stone gears, and then copper. So I only need 4. And now we turn those into copper gears. Actually, I think I need 8 because remember I said I was going to make 4 Steam Dynamos. Yeah, I need 8. So I got to double that up. Be right back as I double it up. Okay, now we're ready to make this thing. So we'll put these redstone transmission coils here. Copper gears here. Looks like we're going to need one more ingot. And 4 is something that I forgot to make. Oh, I didn't need to make it. It's redstone. Okay, now it gives us 4 Steam Dynamos. So if he was worried that his one Steam Dynamo wasn't enough to handle his machines plus my ME system, there should be more than enough to handle my ME system plus any other thermal expansion things that we want to attach to this. Okay, now it's set up and prepped. Okay, we've created our hardened glass. Now we're creating the redstone energy conduits. Okay, I now have activated redstone conduit, which is what we need to interface to these. And I need to come off of this in such a way as to preserve the interior, because that's how we're going to end up resupplying it, if you recall. So let's see. So that's not really a big deal then, is it? I'm sure there might have been a more efficient way to do all this. And if there is, feel free to leave a comment below the video. Okay, now all we have to do to get everything going is to put solid fuel in there. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some solid fuel. Let's see, where were we keeping it? That'll work for now to get things started. Okay, let's steam. And if we've actually succeeded in doing everything correctly, as far as this is concerned, yes, and now we have a full meter. So now we know that we can make our controller operate. So I'm going to go ahead and prime this for the automatic resupply using one of these chests, which will likely be, as I said before, diamond in the near future. And I believe I have, yes, those. Now, because this actually goes down the center, most likely what will happen is, in some order that I'm not sure which, it'll go round robin and fill them up with the coal. Okay, now we have our rudimentary refilling system. We'll manually stick coal in here. It'll go through all these through the pipes and resupply all these dynamos. We have now successfully used these Steam Dynamos to power the controller. So what we got to do next is build the ME storage buses, which are going to connect to all of these chests to allow the chest to act as our storage. And also a crafting monitor to test the proof of concept. Okay, so because I'm most likely going to be generating a lot of energy with this system unattended, rather than waste everything, I've created 4 leadstone energy cells to suck up all the surplus energy and to have it ready for the system in case it needs it. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be a lot. And it looks like these are the same thing as the energy cells from the previous mod, so I can also use them to power a buildcraft quarry. Only problem with the buildcraft quarry is I got to figure out a gigantic portable storage system for it, because currently at this stage, even with all the stuff we got going on in this town, ender pearls seem limited, and we really need those to make enderium so we can make the tester racks. Okay, so we're going to start powering this up, start storing energy. So all we have to do is load a bunch of coal in there, and then when the ME system is going, you're going to notice that I'll have, I believe I'll use an export bus to help load up this chest to keep it buffered. Very possibly could go with just an automatic tree farm of some sort to make charcoal to throw in there. Now we have our crafting terminal in place. That'll help us establish our proof of concept. So what we got left to do now is make a ton of cable and a ton of interfaces to hook to all of these things. So we'll be right back when that's done. Okay, so now we have our fuzzy storage buses and extra ME cable, so we're ready to convert this chest hut to work with the ME system. So here goes. Okay, I got everything set up. Every single chest has a fuzzy ME storage bus, which means that it can pull in and it can receive and send full stacks. As I said before, each chest should act as its own inventory. Looks like I'll need to create another one to go over there to the fuel chest. Okay, it looks like it works. Looks like you can use a bank of chests, as replacements for hard drives. And now I can easily see everything that we have in our system. And I was looking through this earlier, and I noticed that in the Direwolf there is in fact the deep storage units. So we may consider actually making those. I know they're expensive, but if we can get those, it'll make 4. And these things can store 1 billion items each. So this will be good for the prolific things like gravel, sand, cobble, things that you just naturally have too many of. Probably only need about 6 of these at max to buffer the system using the chests. I'm not sure how barrels can be upgraded because it says that the upgrade is deprecated. Gonna have to look at that further. But the proof of concept is in fact working. Let's go ahead and craft something and see if we can put it back into the system. So we know that sandstone can be made into fancy sandstone. And if I shift click this, that should go back in the system. It did. Let me see. And that means that we either have smooth stone in the system somewhere, or that just randomly chose a location. Probably one of the chests that are empty that I haven't bothered to label, be my guess. Now it went right there, which is good. So this is going to work. And using this system, if this runs out of power, you can still manually craft your items. And you still have access to all of your resources. Unlike if the power goes down and you can't access those hard drives. I kind of think this is the better way to go.